insulating people and animals. This is going to be the title of this tutorial. Here is a picture of a firefighter in protective clothing designed to reduce the amount of heat getting into their bodies. And sometimes you have the opposite problem and you want to keep the bodies warm. And so, this is why we need to cut down heat loss from the body through wearing clothes. Clothes that trap air around the body provide insulation because trapped air cannot circulate and is a very poor conductor. A large portion of body heat is lost from the head, so hats are the human equivalent of loft isolation. Wind can cause rapid heat loss from the body. It does this by forced convection, that is, making air circulate close to the body's surface. And so, it may also cause perspiration to evaporate from the skin more quickly, causing rapid cooling. The purpose of perspiration is to help the body to lose heat by evaporation. But if it happens because of strong wind on a cold day, the effect can be life-threatening. And so, this is the wind chill factor that we're talking about, and that is to reduce the wind chill effect, a windproof outer garment should be worn. And so, we're talking about hypothermic, which means their body temperature starts to fall. And that is when people are rescued from the mountains, suffering from the effects of cold, and they might even faint. And they are wrapped in thin, highly reflective blankets. The interior reflective surfaces reflect heat back to their bodies, while the outer reflective surface is a poor radiator. Marathon runners are often cloaked in these blankets at the end of the race to keep them warm when their energy reserves are low. And so, the birds are fluffing up their feathers on cold days in winter. This increases the thickness of the trapped air layer around their bodies, so reducing heat loss by conduction. Some birds, like penguins, will huddle together for warmth. Other animals will curl into small balls. This cuts down heat loss by minimizing the surface area of their bodies. And so, insulation matters. Materials that are good insulators are necessary to keep you warm in winter, whether you are at home or outdoors. Good insulators need to be materials that have low thermal conductivity, so energy transfer through them is as low as possible. The energy transfer per second through a layer of insulating material depends on the temperature, the thickness of the material, and the thermal conductivity of the material. To reduce the energy transfer as much as possible in any given situation, the thermal conductivity of the insulating material should be low. And so, this is a picture of an insulating loft. The air trapped between the fibers makes fiberglass a good insulator. And so, that will be all for this tutorial, and we will continue talking about the conduction of energy and insulation in the upcoming tutorials.